Hey everybody, what's going on? Yeah, this is Judge coming with another episode of the Cosmic Answer LLC. I just wanted to talk to everybody while I'm enjoying this beautiful afternoon in the neighborhood. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit that bell so you can always get notified for more videos always upcoming about the cosmos. I wanted to talk to all of you about why is it that everybody is trying to overachieve. It's simply because we, as a collective, want something to prove or to leave a mark in this world, in Maya, which is the materialism of all creation. So, what's the definition of an overachiever? It's something or someone that puts high emphasis on a performance of success. That's overachievement. Now, an overachiever, as you know, this is the Cosmic Answer LLC. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and I follow the sidereal placements of the stars and the planets as it pertains to your kundali or your natal chart. So how do we know who's an overachiever and who's not, if it's good or bad? Is it necessary or is it meaningless? There's something to it, I can tell you that. So if you were to look at all of the 12 signs, which one you think represents being an overachiever? So I would have to say Capricorn, or wherever Saturn is placed, because Makara Rasi, or as some would say Capricorn, that's naturally the 10th house, or the apex of the sky. If you don't know the lore of Saturn, Saturn had a limp. He was cast down by his father, the sun. And he climbed his way all the way back up to prove he belongs. So it's all about climbing up something, a corporate ladder, or obstacles to overcome, to where Saturn finally makes it back up to show his father, I made it, in spite of what you tried to do to me. So an overachiever, you have to look at the Capricorn placement in your chart. You would have to look at where your Saturn is placed, where your Saturn is aspecting. Especially if you've chosen to partake in the ascendant of a Capricorn. I have a sister-in-law that's a Capricorn ascendant, and she definitely overachieved. You know, country woman from a small town. Not going to mention a university or anything, but you get my drift. She went into the medical field, went to DC, met President Obama and his wife Michelle, and done just about everything you think they could achieve. So there was something missing there to where she had to go back home. Something was missing, or it wasn't all it was cracked up to be, because once you make it to the top, you realize how lonely it is if you didn't bring anyone with you. So being an overachiever, look at the Capricorn placement in your chart, look at your 10th house or the 10th Rashi in your chart, and also where Saturn is. That can tell you a lot about if you're an overachiever or not. And even if you feel, or if your chart doesn't denote overachievement, you simply got to look where the constellation of Capricorn resides in your chart. Because for a Virgo ascendant, Capricorn is in the 5th. So a Capricorn, a Virgo with Capricorn as their 5th sign, or 5th house, depending on your Baba Chalit, you're going to want your children to overachieve. Perfect example. I'm a Virgo ascendant. Hasta Lagna Nakshatra, as a matter of fact. And my 5th sign is Capricorn. I have my children in martial arts. And everybody know martial arts, karate, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, kickboxing. They have a ranking system. So as a Virgo Lagna father, what do you think I want my children to overachieve at? Getting that black belt, baby. And I don't even have any planets in my 5th house. So that's just an example. Me being a Virgo ascendant, what I expect of my children even, to be overachievers in martial arts. They're already captains in their classes. Gee, I wonder why. So, let's just say you got Capricorn in the 8th house. I'm just throwing out random placements here. You have Capricorn in the 8th house. That means you're a Gemini ascendant. So, what is it that a Gemini ascendant would try to overachieve at? They're very clever people. Geminis, Makara Rasi Lagnas, very clever people. So you would like to overachieve when it comes to other people's assets and values, thrills, danger. You like to figure out mysteries, because Geminis can get bored at just as quick as a heartbeat. So when it comes to the 8th house, the occult, scandal, shame, espionage, cybersecurity, if you got a career in hotels, that's where a Gemini would try to overachieve, especially if you got planets there. Like if you have Sun in the 8th house and you're a Gemini ascendant, that means that's your communications. That's your Lord of communications. So you're definitely going to find hobbies and interests in dealing with other people's business, like a reporter or a journalist. And you would want to win prizes and awards or graduate ahead of your class, because that's where that Capricorn energy is. You're going to want to go to the top there. And if you were to look at any other sign, let me just throw a sign out there. A Sagittarius ascendant. Capricorn is in your 2nd. So you definitely want to overachieve as the most highest earning family member, or the first one to graduate from an Ivy League school, or you want to eat at the finest restaurants, or be notable among anybody that has the most possessions. And you're more than free to comment in the comment section and share your thoughts on this, about whatever your ascendant is and wherever Capricorn lands in your chart. And just to bring up the planet that rules Capricorn, Saturn, that's where the source is going to come from. In order for you to overachieve in that house, that Lord Saturn or Shani is going to get that overachievement from whatever house it's in. Because remember, the 10th drishti of Saturn is there. So wherever that 10th aspect of Saturn is, that's going to help you overachieve wherever your Capricorn is. Excuse me. So, I would highly stress, if you feel that you're not an overachiever, you are in some aspect. And there's nothing wrong with it, because we all have Capricorn in our lives. It just depends on which house or order it's in. I bring this up because a lot of people today are trying to overachieve. As we're in the age of Aquarius, or Kali Yuga, if you notice, Aquarians, mainly Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Ascendants, or Aquarius Moons, they don't care about overachievement, because Capricorn is 12th from it. They've been there, done it. They put that behind them. 12th house is the trash can. 12th house is the recycling bin. 12th house is the funeral cot. It's enlightenment, it's moksha, it's everything that you give up about Maya. So if you were to meet an Aquarius person with notable placements, or even their ascendant, listen to them and get humble, all right? Be humble around an Aquarius, because They know a lot, and they come off with this gray rock attitude, like success doesn't impress me, money, millions, billions, it doesn't impress me. It doesn't. That's what an Aquarius would tell you, because I have K2 in Aquarius. So the last thing I'm trying to do to all of you is display my spiritual knowledge. I'm just talking about my know-how, because I don't come off as a spiritual person, yet I have an admiration for it, because I respect the gurus, I respect teachers, and I respect those that are highly devoted to that practice, to where there are nuns, monks, priestesses that are meditating somewhere in Tibet. So wherever Capricorn is in your chart, even consider the star lords of the nakshatras of Dhanishta, Shravana, Abhijit. Even Abhijit is fitted somewhere in there. And what's the other one? Uttarashara. Yeah. So there are four nakshatras in Capricorn, which is Uttarashara, Abhijit, Shravana, and Dhanishta. Those star lords, if I can recall, Mars rules Dhanishta, Shravana rules moon, is ruled by the moon. Uttarashara, is that ruled by the sun? Yes, that's ruled by the sun. And Abhijit is ruled by Mercury. So you also consider the star lords if you have placements in Capricorn, all right? And you need a reading. I could go more in detail. This is just me going on a side rant on a beautiful day, and overachievement just came to mind. So I want to end it right there. Everybody just pause and think about it. Are you an overachiever? Yes or no? If you aren't, check and see what Capricorn is. Check and see where the Lord Saturn is located in your chart. And look at your 10th house. And look at your 10th house Lord. See where you're overachieving. All right? So again, my name is Judge with another video from the Cosmic Answer LLC. I will see you all soon. And remember, you're the most important person in the world.